Hello and everyone, welcome to EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism from the capital Addis Ababa with me, Biniam Getana. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our special holiday program where we focus about Ethiopia's culture, especially when it is being reflected from the point of view of expats and tourists who have had immense experience in the country, Ethiopia. In general, Ethiopia, as a cradle of mankind, lots of scholars describes the country in different ways. And in today's program of this special holiday program, we're going to show you how the different tourists and experts who are residing in the capital Addis Ababa think of Ethiopia and how it has been, using its tourist attractions. And also there are some of the names, to what extent these names are really appealing to them. Do stay tuned with the program. I'm your host, Biniam Getana. I'll see you the other side. First of all, Dr. Anjin Mathew, craniofacial surgeon and healthcare project consultant. A very warm welcome to this special holiday program. And let's try to first of all talk about the experience of yours before we delve into the crux of the matter.
Thank you. It's my privilege being from Indian community, inviting here. It's my privilege. Thank you. Actually, I came to Ethiopia not with a long-term plan, actually, to be honest. But I came to Mekelle University as an assistant professor in craniofacial surgery, and the people were quite similar with my culture. It's like I'm coming from South India, Kerala, which is having a strong cultural and traditional bond between Ethiopia, in trade and also in culture and also religious also. And among the few Orthodox Christians from India, I'm one among them. So there was a cultural bond, and after that I found like Ethiopia is a quite peaceful place, and business-wise also it's a good place, and that's why I'm here for last almost 12 plus years. I have been involved into multiple activities. I'm a craniofacial surgeon by profession, and by passion and by my experience, I am a hospital project consultant or healthcare project consultant. I was working in Dubai, Georgia, India and somewhere. And when I came back to Addis, I found a huge gap in the healthcare consultancy services. Then I started to getting the projects one by one, like governmental and private projects. Then I decided, okay, let me stay here like at least for next 15-20 years. So that's how I have been to be here.
So as we know, Ethiopia has several names, especially when it is described from the tourism point of view. In your opinion, Ethiopia is often celebrated for its rich cultural heritage and diverse landscapes. So in your point of view, how do you describe Ethiopia's identity and how important or significant is on the global stage?
In a global scenario, I will say Ethiopia haven't discovered its potential to its best. Recent times, obviously, Ethiopia is getting into global scenario by diversification. So coming into my sector, I will say like Ethiopia should diversify more and more, in which it is rich at its best. For example, let me say healthcare, agriculture, and I will say tourism. And there is one thing which we always, Ethiopia didn't explore. I want to mention it specifically. It is its rich culture in the herbal medicine. So I'm coming from Kerala, the place where Ayurveda is born. Ayurveda means, Ayur means health. Veda means science. And this is the first science, I mean medical science ever explored in the world. So Ethiopia is having same facilities, we have same planned and everything. So I should think like Ethiopia should develop that medical science which is called as Ayurveda, which gives Ethiopia a big upper hand among other African countries.
Interesting. So Ethiopian people are also known for their warmth and resilience. What specific qualities or cultural traits have you really found fascinating, especially in your stay here in the capital, Addis Ababa, in general, in Ethiopia in particular?
See, in my personal and business experience, Ethiopians are having three things which is not that much common with other African countries. For example, Ethiopians are too much religious. Second, too much patriotic. And they are not colonized. So not being colonized means, it doesn't mean in the other way I'm saying. That pride of Africa, that what we say, that is always with any Ethiopian. And that is the reason why I think wherever there is a conflict or anything, it is not a constant one, like a temporary one. So that's because of the religious consciousness and also due to the patriotic thing in every single Ethiopian blood. Yeah. Again, let me say, Ethiopia is a country of, we say like country of origin of starting from coffee, our human race. The Ethiopians are loyal from the core. You understand? So I'm doing like business with Ethio Istanbul Hospital, Mr. Birhan, Yanath Hospital, then Dr. Seble, various organizations and healthcare organizations I am working with. For example, let me tell you, I am bringing super specialist doctors from India to Ethio Istanbul Hospital, and we are doing the technology transfer, and so that Ethiopian doctors are getting educated, trained, and gradually, when you do that, you should have a loyal system to work with. You understand? That I am getting in Ethiopia, which I couldn't get even in, I will say, Dubai.
In continuance, several ideas are revolving around Ethiopia. So as I was saying, Ethiopia's claim of 30 months of sunshine is very fascinating. So how has this unique aspect of Ethiopian calendar and climate appealed to you? And what distinct features have you observed that set Ethiopia apart?
Yeah. See, you can see that thing in two ways. Number one, when you say 13 months calendar, you can say it is like unique for Ethiopia. And it is a part of Ethiopian biblical time, you understand. So this you cannot change, you understand. But when it comes to international business, we may choose to go for our calendar only, because I have seen no Ethiopians are uncomfortable with using the English calendar. Likewise, when I say I used to pay the salaries by 10th of every month, means Habesha and. So that is, I am also comfortable. So what I am trying to say is that basically it is a coexistence with comfort, which is much more happening in the country of Ethiopia.
Well, given the most important international organizations and global events follow the Gregorian calendar, how do you perceive Ethiopia's use of its own calendar? What challenges and opportunities from this unique aspect when engaging with the global community? How do you really associate this fact?
If I say, I cannot agree with you, to be honest. Every international scenario, for example, last Canton Fair, I was there. I was there with my Ethiopian friends. Like, we were like in huge numbers. Dubai Arab Health Fair, we were in huge numbers. In Mumbai Health Fair, we were in huge numbers. So that was before. But nowadays, Ethiopian's presence is like too much. And even any event happening in India, our ministry people are being invited. That is the global platform, they have it now. That is due to the recent governmental reforms, I would say. Ethiopia is exposed to the world now. Ethiopians, I told you before, Ethiopians are comfortable to handle this in two ways. They never mix it up. You understand? As I said before, Ethiopians basically never mix business with personal things. You understand? For example, I will say, if I'm not taking much time, for example, if you go to Ethiopian house, who is my business partner, I cannot come without an injera. But if I'm going late to my office, he will mark me absent. That is Ethiopian style. That's what I'm trying to say. And governmental reforms, which is being implemented by the Excellency, our new Prime Minister and the team, I see it is it's having a big international outlook and things like that. But what I am seeing is that lacking of sustainability in the implementation. So for example, let me say what you asked, like if somebody needs to start a medicine factory in Ethiopia, there should be a single window system in which the investor should be so comfortable. Because without investor, there is no investment. Without no investment, there is no development in the country. So it should be like a single window system. You come, you finish your job, go. That's what. I think Ethiopia has reached to such a level you cannot ignore Ethiopia anymore. You understand? You cannot ignore Ethiopia anymore. Starting from our Excellency who is sitting in WHO, and you have like so many people which is internationally reclaimed. In the Olympics, we have the champions, winners. So that Ethiopia is now in the global calendar already. So the calendar which you are talking about is not having that much implementation in a global scenario. Because when you are in Ethiopia, you have to get used to the system. You cannot change an Ethiopian calendar like for your comfort. You cannot do that. You have to use both. Like I say, Ethiopia welcomes foreigners and Ethiopian investors in the same way. Likewise, we should see, okay, business, that you should go for Gregorian calendar. For other things also, if you can get into that comfort zone of Ethiopian calendar, it's still fine.
So as we are approaching the new year in few days to come, many people, of course, express their wishes, good wish, and things related with the holiday. So as an Indian, as an Ethiopian, actually as an Indian citizen who lived in Ethiopia, what messages, what holiday message do you have really to convey to friends, family who live here and other parts of the world?
This is not like a foreigner saying wishes to an Ethiopian. I will say only in one word also only, like Melka Mamit. But beyond that, what I will say that Ethiopians who have this patriotism, our belief, let's take that into next level. Let's work for our unity in diversity, and let's God shower His blessing on our Ethiopian people.
Great.
Thank you. Welcome, Amit.
Dr. Anjin Mathew, craniofacial surgeon and health care project consultant. It has been really a pleasure having you here in our studio. Thank you so much for your precious time. I really appreciate it, and goodbye for me now. Well, gentlemen, this has been a special program brought to you on EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism from the capital, Addis Ababa. This special program focused actually how foreigners think of Ethiopia, starting from the name that has been given for Ethiopia as 30 Months of Sunshine, its cultural beauty, identities, and several traits. And do they really feel about Ethiopia? And this practice has been, of course, expressed by different people of tourists from different walks of life, and this special program actually will continue in the other program. Goodbye for me now.